day. Gary Matthews, Terry Anderson, and we welcome in our watchers on Live Ticket TV today as well as we get you set for doubleheader action as the Watertown Arrows are in town. Watertown is hosting the State Legion tournament this year. And, Terry, we got to say happy birthday to State Legion Baseball. Not just State Legion Baseball, but Legion Baseball as a whole.
Yeah, July 17th of 1925 at the American Legion State Convention in Millbank, South Dakota. Frank G. McCormick and Major John Griffith made a speech, and they talked about athletics. And they came up with an idea, hey, how about we start a baseball league and we include all the American Legion posts, and it took off from there. And, man, you can name some players that came out of American Legion programs into the major leagues. Yogi Berra, Ted Williams, Bob Feller, great pitcher from the Cleveland Indians. And locally, we have an American Legion player, Mark Ellis, who played at Rapid City Post 22, who went on to a great career with the Oakland Athletics.
Yep.
So, yeah, American Legion Baseball celebrating 100 years today. A lot of stuff happening here at Strong Field. We've got the American Legion Riders Color Guard. We'll be bringing out the colors. I think the second game we'll have Jerry Lawley from the American Legion on the air with us to talk a little bit about his recollections of American Legion Baseball. And not that was there at the beginning. Jerry's probably, I don't
Close.
know, in his 70s. Wasn't quite born then, but we'll have Jerry come up and talk a little bit about American Legion Baseball. And you can see the great things it's done for young men and for communities and for, guys like us.
Absolutely.
Who need stuff to do in the summertime. Come to an American Legion game. So if you're listening, come to the ballpark and take part in the activities here. It's going to be a fun night.
Absolutely. Watertown is in town. The Sturgis Titans would really love to come away with a couple of victories tonight if they could in this scheduled doubleheader. But Watertown's tough, and they have played, I think you said, over 60 games already on the season, but they started way back in April, much like Post 22 and Post 320 did.
Yeah, 56 games under their belt. They're 31-25. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now coming into this ball game. Titans on a 1-game losing streak. We were at Post 22 last week in Rapid City, and Post 22 took it to the Titans 23-0 in 5 innings. So tough outing for the Titans, but that's ancient history. That's a week ago.
Yep.
I mean, you got to have amnesia when it comes to games like that, because you play a program like Post 22, who I think is still number 1.
I believe they are tops in the points, yeah.
In American Legion rankings, I'll look that up and confirm it, but Post 22, premier team. The Titans going to make the postseason, and they'd like to maybe move up in the standings with a couple of wins today and a couple of wins tomorrow.
As it right now, I think the last time we checked the point standings, Terry, the Titans would be off to Yankton to take on the Yankton squad there to try to get into the state tournament, which, by the way, this year, interestingly enough, is in Watertown. So Watertown's going to get the automatic bid into the state tournament. So they will not play in the playoffs, which are coming up here in just a couple of weeks. They will get the automatic bid because they are the host team. We're going to step aside real quick, Terry. We're going to have the playing of our national anthem and the presentation of colors here at Strong Field. You're listening to Sturgis Titan Baseball here on the Big 81, the KBHB. Big 81, the KBHB.
Partner up with Grossenberg and get more done for less, with big savings on select John Deere compact utility tractors. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 84 months, plus up to $1,800 off. These machines put in a hard day's work day after day. So get more for your hard-earned dollar with a John Deere from Grossenberg. Visit your local location or grossenberg.com. Offer valid for a limited time. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
The 103rd Days of 76.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Royer will be the starting pitcher for the Titans. He's got the most innings under his belt of any Titan. He's got the best record. He's probably has the best stats, the best ERA. He's a little erratic at times. He's got to keep the batters off balance. This post-17 team, as we've said, they've faced a lot of teams this year. So Royer going to have to keep the strike zone tight, keep these batters off balance. Don't give them any spicy meatballs down the middle that they can smack out into the outfield. So pitching's important. Keeping mistakes to a minimum is important too. A lot of errors against post 22, and they got to battle. The team batting average for Sturgis post 33, 267. So they just need to battle and get through this game and get some wins.
First pitch coming up after the break. Coming up after the break.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You gotta hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose.
Just Titan leadoff batter, number 22, is Drew Janke catching this afternoon. Batting second, Aiden Wood playing shortstop. In the 3 slot, it's Elijah Stroud at first base. Batting cleanup, Dalen DeShock, 379 on the season. He's the best batting average of all the Titans. Center field this afternoon. Brody Royer in the number 5 slot, pitching. George Hamer playing third base, batting 6th. Batting 7th is Kel Sundstrom playing second base. Ethan Cermak is in right field, batting 8th. And Landon Lyons batting 9th, and he'll be playing left field for the Titans this afternoon.
All right, and here's how the Watertown Arrows will go today. Their starting pitcher will be Kane Everson, and then he will not be in the batting lineup, so here's how the batting lineup will go. Hayden Reese will wear number 2. He's third base. Mitch Olson will play right field. He'll wear number 5. Marcus Pitkin, center field. He'll be third in the batting order, number 22. And Nathan Briggs will bat cleanup at shortstop. He wears number 23. Caden Rylance will bat 5th. He's playing the designated hitter today for the Watertown Arrows. He wears number 16. Jonathan Lake will be behind home plate at catcher. He wears number 10. Then it's Talon Jurgens. He'll be at first base wearing number 14. Trayton Himrich at second base wearing number 7. And last in the batting order for Watertown will be Cole Hansen in left field, and he'll be player number 1. He'll have number 1 on his jersey for Watertown. And those are your starting lineups. They are brought to you today by Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. Speaking of starting lineups, there's a new lineup at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs.
Yeah.
Sally has sold Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. We'll talk more about that as we head into the sports season for the fall. But in the meantime, they are still a part of our Sturgis Scooper sponsorship, and we thank them very much. All right, Gary Matthews, Terry Anderson with the call. You can watch today's game and hear the call on Live Ticket TV. So we welcome in our listening and viewing audience in Watertown. Glad to have you with us here this afternoon. Not sure how the weather is out there in Watertown. We're cool, breezy, but the skies are mostly clear here in Sturgis. 400 feet out in center field to get one over the green painted wall here at Strong Field. A little less distance in both left and right field. It's 335 or so out there in left field, about the same in right field. We don't see too many home runs, at least you and I haven't seen too many home runs here at Strong Field. 400 is quite a distance out there in center field. Usually, Terry, when we see home runs at Strong, they're over the right field wall or the left field wall, depending on if it's a left or right-handed batter, of course.
Yeah, we saw one over the left field wall this season. I'm trying to think of who it was, what team we were playing. I can't remember right off the top of my head. It was an opposing team, but big blast over the left field wall. And yeah, I don't know if you watched the home run derby the other night. Lots of those hit out of the field there in Atlanta.
Indeed. All right, we are underway. Here's the first pitch, and looking at a possible bunt. That one goes by for ball 1, and the count will go 1-0, and we'll see starting pitcher for the Titans here today. And that, of course, is Brody Royer. The Titans are going to throw one of their best pitchers in the lineup at the Arrows here in Game 1. That'll be ball 2, and the count will go 2-0 here for Hayden Reese. The leadoff batter, he's a right-handed hitter, and how about that? Watertown got the pinstripes on today.
Yeah, nice-looking unis. I like them.
And that one on the outside corner, and that'll be ball 3. So Royer falls behind early in the pitch count here as we are underway in Sturgis. That wind blowing right into us here at the press box. And that's strike 1. So Royer got that one in there.
Yeah, the way the wind's blowing should help out the pitchers.
Yep.
It should be favorable for the pitchers. Batters, keep the ball on the ground, hit some low grounders.
And Reese throws that one down low, ball 4, and that's going to send Reese on to first base as Royer will try and figure out things out here on the second batter. A left-handed hitter now heads to the plate. This is Mitch Olson for the Arrows.
The right fielder, Mitch Olson.
Yeah, looking at, as Gary said earlier, looking at the standings, the American Legion standings. Sturgis right now at Yankton. These are the potential first-round matchups. Spearfish at number 1, Rapid City Post 22. Sturgis at number 14 in seed points.
And Watertown in there in that top 3, right?
Watertown's an automatic qualifier. They're they're number 2.
But they're listed in the seed points as number 2, yep. That throw is errant and out into the center field. And that's 2 stolen bases now for Reese, and Watertown a runner in deep scoring position here off an errant throw by the Titans. And this really plagued Sturgis against Rapid City Post 22.
A lot of times a team like Watertown, like Post 22, will make the defense make a play. Drew Janke, the catcher for the Titans, a bad throw out to second base on a stolen base attempt by Reese.
Ball 1 on that one. It's an even count here for Olson. With an even count, 1-1. Watertown has a runner on third already. And that one is hit out to center field. Reese will come home easily, and he'll just jog home. And that'll be a single RBI already for Mitch Olson. So the lefty gets on first base with nobody out and a 1-0 lead. Batter number 3 comes to the plate now for Watertown. That'll be number 22, Marcus Pitkin, out at center field to start today for the Arrows. Big hit there, and that's a bouncer. Hopper picked up by the shortstop. They'll throw it to first. They'll get the out there. That does advance Olson on to second base, though, for the Arrows.
Yeah, nice play by shortstop Aiden Wood for the Titans. It didn't really charge it. It was a slow grounder to him, but he's got a really strong arm, so no problem throwing out Pitkin at first base.
That'll bring Nathan Briggs up to the plate, right-handed hitter for Watertown. Sturgis will play Watertown in football this year. Trying to think if we go there or if they come here.
Well, I think we go there.
We go there this year.
I think we do.
So we'll make the long trek to Watertown this fall to bring you that one. That one way up high for ball one. Count will go 1-0. Olson on second. 1-0 lead, one away. Briggs at the plate. Takes that one down low outside. Ball two.
Big leadoff second base for Mitch Olson.
Olson, pretty big leadoff out there at second base. Here's the swing, and that one fouled back. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, the All-Star game went into extra innings, and they changed it this year for the first time. They hit home runs off coaches to win the game.
Nice.
And that's how the All-Star game ended. The wind really took that pitch from Royer well over the head of Briggs. So Briggs will have a 3-1 pitch count on this next pitch from Royer. And Briggs swings on that one. That one goes to the second baseman. He tried to pick that one up with his bare hand, and it goes awry. And that's going to be a base hit. And coming home is Olson to make it 2-0 Watertown here, top of the first. He tried to bare hand that ball.
Yeah, we'll see if they score that one an error. It's kind of a crazy spin on the ball.
It was.
Nate Briggs hit it out to second baseman Kel Sundstrom.
Yep.
And Kel kind of going from his right to left, and that ball kind of hit the dirt and spun to Kel's right hand. Yeah, they didn't score it an error.
So a hit, it'll go down in the books as, and that'll send Rylance to the plate, number 16. And his first pitch from Royer is a strike, so the count 0-1. 1 away. And late swing, and he fouls that one off right in front. The Watertown coach out there at third base.
Did look like a fairly routine play.
It kind of did, yep. That's why I was kind of wondering if that could have went down as an error, but it looks like they're going to score it as single for Briggs. They're going to throw to first, chase Briggs back. Stroud playing first base today for Sturgis Titans. Oh, 2 pitch coming, and he swings, and he'll fill that one back. Count will stay 0-2. Caden Rylance, the designated hitter. And they're going to throw this to first, and they're going to get Briggs in a pickle here. They got him in between first and second base. He's going to run back towards first. They'll throw it to first, and they're going to have to toss it to second, and they'll tag him out. So Briggs gets caught stealing, and out he goes, and 2 gone. And the bases will be empty.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Drew Janke, catcher for the Titans.
So 2 away, and they get Briggs off base. And in the meantime, Rylance at the plate will wait for the 0-2 pitch coming from Brody Royer with 2 away. Pitch coming on the outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Royer with 28 and 2/3 innings under his belt. He's 2-0. His batting average against 173 this season.
That one on the outside. Oh, they're going to call it a strike. Got him on it. Got him looking on it, as a matter of fact. And that's 3 away. Arrows put 2 on the board, though, here in the top of the first inning. Titans will be up to bat for the first time in the game here coming up as we head to the bottom of the first. Batting order 1 through 3 includes Drew Janke, then Aiden Wood, and Elijah Stroud up next. This is Titan Baseball on the Big 81, KBHB, and on Live Ticket TV.
When you do your grocery shopping, you
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and LaSalle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a daylight donut or two? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and LaSalle. Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
We connect people.
We bring you doubleheader baseball action here. Hard to believe, but our American Legion baseball season is getting down to it. We are just past the midpoint of July. I'm still trying to figure out where the 4th went. Heck, I'm still trying to figure out where Memorial Day went.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out where New Year's Day went, but we'll figure it out here eventually. Welcome to the bottom half of the first inning. Gary Matthews, Terry Anderson, Adam Miller is running our live ticket TV broadcast today, so you can watch and listen to the broadcast on this sunny Thursday. Here's the second pitch coming from starting pitcher for the Watertown Arrows, Kane Everson tonight. And the count is 0-2, and he's already got our leadoff batter down 2 strikes, Drew Jenke, right-handed hitter for the Titans. Swings on this one, and boy, he pummeled that one, but it went foul right in front of an SUV who had to slow down there at Ballpark Road.
Good reaction.
Seen that one coming, yep.
Janke hitting .316 this season for post 33.
They call it Ballpark Road for a reason, my friend, and that one is up high and on the inside for ball 1.
Little chin music on Drew Janke. Gets his head back in time not to get plunked.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and this one on the down low and outside for ball 2. And now we're going to have an even count, 2-2. So Jenke has been our leadoff batter here most of the summer for the Sturgis Titans. Ooh, and he got him swinging on that one on an outside curveball, and down he goes. So a strikeout, and that's the first out for the Sturgis Titans.
Yeah, he's been a pretty productive leadoff hitter. You know, when he gets on base, he's quick and decisive, and he steals bases. And, yeah, just getting him on base sometimes has been a bit of an issue for the Titans.
All right, second in the batting order for Sturgis, Aiden Wood.
Aiden hitting .245.
And he takes strike 1 from Evanson.
As I mentioned earlier, Titans batting average as a team, .267.
And swing and a miss on that one for strike 2. And he maybe hit himself with the bat, but I think he's all right. So Wood down on the count, 0-2 here. Pitch coming, and that one strikeout. Struck out looking. That's 2 Ks for Everson here in the bottom of the first inning, and 2 away. Now we'll send to the plate now. Third in the batting order, Elijah Stroud. Stroud, a right-handed hitter for the Titans. Thought about swinging, and he didn't, and he'll take strike 1. So Kane Everson goes to the mound, Terry, and he looks fine.
He does. Yeah, he's throwing strikes. He's working the strike zone, and you know, two quick strikeouts to start the bottom of the first inning is pretty solid work.
That one down low and on the outside. So that is ball 1. So an even count here, 1-1 for Stroud. Ooh, Stroud's going to take strike 2. Nope, they're going to call it down low. That ump we got there at home plate, he kind of lets the crowd know where that was, and his motion was that was down low. Stroud swings on this one. Scooped up by the shortstop. He gathers it up, throws it, and a clean throw to first base. 3 up, 3 down for the Sturgis Titans here to wrap up the first inning. 2-0 lead for the Arrows. We're back in 60. This is Titan Baseball against the Watertown Arrows on the Big 81 and on Live Ticket TV.
years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Wake takes that one down low for ball 2. So he is ahead in the count versus Royer here, 2-0. Pitch coming, and that one is called strike, and that'll be a 2-1. On deck for the Arrows will be number 14. That is Juergens. Now a 3-1 count. See if Lake swings on this one. Now he's going to take that one as ball 4. And Lake will trot to first base.
Second base on balls for Brody Royer, with 1 strikeout and 2 hits.
Seems like forever since we've called the game. It's been a week.
Yeah.
Last week, post 22, we were down in Rapid City, and that was a tough game for the Titans. I don't think that was one of probably the worst performances we've seen for the Titans this summer. Just nothing went right for them last week. Looking to lay down the bunt, but that's way up high for ball 1.
You know, when you're writing up those stories, you're trying to come up with adjectives to describe it, and drubbing comes to mind.
Yeah. It was just one of those tough games for the Titans.
Shutout,
it sure was. Yeah.
Blanking. You know, you think of all those words you use, and they all applied to last week's game. It was pretty ugly.
Just a lot of mistakes for the Titans in that one. And that one in there for a strike. And again, Juergens tried to lay down the bunt. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike, even count.
Yeah, Royer with 20 walks on the season, with 38 strikeouts.
They're going to throw to first here, and they'll chase Lake back. He gets back safely. Lake did not have that big of a lead off first base. So this is the first time you and I have seen Watertown this year, Terry. And for those fans listening out in Watertown, we're not sure how aggressive they are on the bases. So far we haven't seen them too aggressive, but we'll see if that changes. Pitch coming, and he'll foul that one back.
Yeah, Lake was running to second as that pitch was coming in. You know, this is one of those games, too, with the wind coming in from center field. It's going to probably hold back the catcher's throw just a tad bit. So, yeah, if I was on first base, I'd be challenging that catcher as well.
And again, they'll throw it to first, chase Lake back. And Lake did not have a big lead off there.
100th anniversary of American Legion baseball here tonight.
Oh, and that was behind, and that hit him. So that's going to be a hit by pitch. Couldn't tell. Either he's holding his lower back a little bit. That either grazed his lower back or it grazed his gluteus maximus, one of the two.
Nice anatomy. I like it. Paul Poole headed out to the mound to talk with Brody Royer.
Either way, it gets Juergens on base. So you got runners on first and second, and the Arrows again with the runner in scoring position. That's Lake at second. Yep, Coach Poole. It's had a busy summer with these Titans. They've kind of been up and down. They were on a wonderful streak there earlier, Terry. They went on, a 7 or 8 game winning streak. They were looking really good. And then they go to post 22 last week, and that's a game Coach Poole just wants to forget about. He said once in a while you just have those games where nothing goes right, and that kind of ended their streak. And now they're trying to get back into the swing of things here before the postseason starts in a week and a half. All right, to the plate here for the Titans, or for the Arrows, Trayton Himmerich will come to the plate with 2 on. And he was thinking of laying down the bunt, and that was a perfect pitch from Royer. That'll be strike 1.
Courtney Poole, Paul Poole's wife, who's the girls basketball coach here in Sir, just said that Paul is 1 win away from 450 career wins.
He's getting there.
Looking to get that maybe tonight or...
That bunt is a fair ball, and they may not get this to first, Terry. They will not. That's an errant throw, and that's going to bring home Lake. Lake makes it 3-0 Watertown. Advances Juergens onto third base, and what should have just been a single is going to turn into a double here for Himmerich.
Yeah, just Royer off-balance throw to first base, trying to make a play, and you got to respect trying to make a play, but
that was a perfect bunt, Terry.
It was.
Right up the third base line, and it stayed fair the whole time.
Yep, kind of hit that nice soft grass and just died.
Hansen at the plate.
He's showing bunt as well.
Yep. Count 0-1. That one did get by Hansen as he tried to bunt.
Yeah, bunt forces the defense to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to play it?
Thought about it again, and he takes strike 2. So now Cole Hansen's going to have to think about this a little bit. He's tried to bunt this one twice off 2 pretty good pitches by Royer. So let's see what he decides to do here on this third pitch.
Nice.
Ooh, he took that one just up high.
That looked good.
Not by much.
You know, Watertown only about 47 miles from Millbank, the birthplace of American Legion baseball. So Watertown, yeah, they're right in that hotbed of American Legion ball in eastern South Dakota.
That one on the way on the outside. So the count 2-2. So Hansen tried to bunt, takes 2 strikes. And now Royer goes outside the strike zone for 2. 2-2, nice. Swing and a strikeout. So Hansen pulled back the bunt call, and he'll get the strikeout. That'll be out number 1, and the Titans desperately needed that out. So Hayden Reese back to the top of the batting order for the Arrows. With 1 away, runners on second and third. And a 2-0 lead for Watertown if you're just tuning in. That one up high for ball 1.
Yeah, Reese walked his first time at the plate in the first inning and scored a run.
1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. This one's on the inside. I'm going to call that ball 2 and up high as well in the attic.
Boy,
that one just about got past Royer, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought that Talon Juergens at third might try to take advantage, but it didn't roll far enough away from Royer.
And he swings, and he pops that one to the second baseman. They'll get the out at first. That is out number 2. A run scores, though, so Watertown will take a 3-0 lead as Juergens gets home. Now it's 4-0 with the run, And now here comes the left-handed hitter for Watertown, Mitch Olson, back to the plate for his second at-bat. Himmerich is on third.
Olson singled back in the top of the first, scored a run.
Himmerich, whoa, that was a screaming foul ball just to our left.
Getting closer, Gary.
Yeah.
Man, we need a ball up here.
You know, we have not had one come through our window here. The whole, how many years have we been doing baseball? At least 10 years.
At least 10 years. And as you say that, keep your eye on the ball.
Uh-oh, that's a passed ball, and here comes the runner home, and he's going to get there. So Himmerich steals home on the errant throw and makes it a 5-0 lead for the Arrows. 2 runs scored in the top of the first for Watertown. They've now put 3 on the board here in the top of the second.
And that would be, poetic justice for us. Get a ball into the booth here on the 100th anniversary of American
There you go.
Baseball. I would keep that ball.
We would have to have the Titans sign it.
We would, and we'd frame it.
Yep.
Put it up at the station.
Yep.
long as there wasn't like one of my teeth stuck in it.
That would still add to its
That would, wouldn't it?
uniquity.
What? You're making up words now. That's a good word. I like it.
Well, we made up one not too long ago. I don't remember which one it was. That one is fouled high, and that will go. I thought that was going to bounce off the light pole, but it heads to the parking lot.
Mitch Olson, a left-handed hitter for Watertown.
And a full count is our first full count.
Brought to you by
Tim Potts Photography. Tim Potts not here tonight. He's at Ormond.
Timmy's at the lake.
So he's probably listening, and a strikeout. Struck him out looking.
Olson gives the umpire a glare as he heads back to the dugout.
Royer needed that, though. Got the Titans out of the top of the second inning. It's a 5-0 lead, though, for Watertown. We'll see if the Scoopers can pick something up here in the bottom half of the second inning in 60.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
We welcome you back into Strong Field on 810 AM, 105.5 FM, and on the worldwide app, kbhbradio.com. And we
Game
welcome
Changer,
in our
Live
listeners
Ticket.
on Game Changer and Live Ticket today as well. A lovely evening.
So many ways you can enjoy this game.
Indeed. We hope you're with us here, and if you are, we're glad you're with us. And we're underway, bottom of the second inning, and a swing. That was a late swing. And fouling it off, Dalen DeShock. And he is batting cleanup today for the Titans. And you want to talk about a player that we didn't have too many players get mentions in that game against Post 22, but Dalen did. He had a pretty good game against the Hard Hats last week.
He's hitting .379 on the season, so he's got a hot bat, and a little bit mad at himself there for watching that pitch go by. But Kane Everson, 15 pitches, 11 of them strikes, so he is working all parts of that strike zone.
Count 0-2 for Dalen, and Dalen, he's going to take strike three looking. That was
nice
a curveball. It broke in the inside and then came to the inside, and boy, Dalen watched that one go by.
Third strikeout for Everson. Backwards K. Couple of those already for Everson.
So now Brody Royer will bat for the Titans. He bats right-handed for Sturgis. Got that bright orange bat. We had a Douglas player back in the high school season had a crayon bat. This one is hit out into center field, and that one is caught out there by Watertown center fielder Marcus Pitkin for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here for the Titans.
We were talking about that today. I was out at the VA getting a steroid shot in my knee, and I was talking with our hot dog delivery guy, Justin Thurman.
Yes. Where is Justin tonight?
Well, his son's not playing Legion ball, so I said, we got to find someone else to deliver hot dogs to us up here in the booth, because he was pretty reliable during the high school season.
He sure was. This is blooped up high into right field.
Trouble.
And that's caught for out number 3.
Quick inning.
Again, 3 up, 3 down for the Sturgis Titans. Watertown looking good here. Their 5-0 lead will carry them into the top of the third inning when we return.
Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader. offering the course to the new high school and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Lead here into the top of the third inning as we bring you back into Strong Field.
Quick inning for pitcher Kane Everson. 5 pitches in that bottom of the second inning.
Crazy. This one is fouled back. And the count will go 0-1 here on the next pitch coming from Brody Royer.
Pitkin grounded out to the shortstop his first time up.
And he bloops this one up high. This is in foul territory, but catchable. Yep, out number 1. Elijah Stroud hauls it in. And Pitkin not very happy with that one. He slams his bat into the grass on that one.
I guess Shane Gillis, a fantastic performance last night at the ESPYs, hosting the ESPYs. Seen a few clips this morning on his performance. He's a stand-up comedian, really funny, and I guess he had some great one-liners.
That was an attempted bunt by Nathan Briggs, and he fouls that one off. I missed the ESPYs, but I can't remember what I watched. We watched something else.
We weren't. What was I doing last?
We watched Jeopardy, and then I couldn't tell you what. The guy on there is on a 10-day winning streak.
We were at a 10-year-old's birthday party last night.
I bet that was interesting. That's a bunt, and that's called, what do we got here?
He's going to talk to
the other umpire here at first base.
Might have stepped out of the batter's box.
That could be it, and if he did, let's see what they say.
I can't read lips because he's got his hand over his mouth. But no, one thing Shane Gillis talked about was Shedeur Sanders and having his jersey retired at Colorado. You know, he said it's not nepotism. I mean, look at his record. He went 13-12 and almost won the Alamo Bowl.
Well, okay.
I would have loved to see Shedeur Sanders' face there, but called out.
Called out because he stepped out of the batter's box. Good call, Terry. So that's out number 2.
Yeah. I couldn't really see it, but that's the only call that made sense to me. You know, bunting it, and I must have stepped forward and got out of the box.
All right, Caden Rylance, the designated hitter, will come to the plate, I do believe. Yep, Caden is up next.
Now, I can't remember the umpire's name behind home plate, but we see him up here a lot. He says he loves to talk to the coaches and explain his calls, and coaches appreciate that.
I think that's a good idea. Yep.
Yeah, he takes the time to do that. Coaches might not like it or agree with it, but he's not going to change it. So here's why. It just explains why he called him out.
Yep.
So
there's 2 away now. See if the Titans can get out of the inning with no damage here. That one down low and on the outside for ball 1. The count will go 1-0 here for Rylance.
Royer up to 48 pitches already here through 3 innings.
Rylance will take that one as a strike. He thought it was inside. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Busy weekend in the Hills. Festival in the Park and Spearfish this weekend in the Corvette Rally.
Always fun.
Big swing. Rylance gets that off the pitcher's mound, and it trickles into the center field.
That was a good hit by Rylance.
That'll be a single.
Good movement on that pitch by Royer, and Rylance, watched it come across the plate, just, smacked it up the middle for a single.
Jonathan Lake will be up to bat next for Watertown with a couple of outs.
You know, good, bad, or indifferent, the Corvette Rally, it really makes people bring up a lot of opinions, you know, for those of us that live here and have lived in the Hills for a long time.
Well, so does the rally, and that starts 2 weeks from tomorrow.
We got a busy few weeks ahead of us.
That one down low and on the outside for ball 1. The rally keeps us busy, both Terry and I busy, in a time when there's no sports for us. So we get ready for the sports season at the end of August. That one swung on, picked up by the shortstop. That's a tough throw to first, and he got it there.
Boy, what a gun at shortstop for Aiden Wood.
They turn the out, and no runs scored this top of the third inning for Watertown. It stays a 5-0 game. See if the Titans can break out here in the bottom half of the inning when we return.
This time of year, you can usually find Schofield Welding working on hay equipment or tractor loaders, and that.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
This land is your land.
Part of the order for the Titans is interesting. They've got Kel Sundstrom hitting .295. They got Ethan Cermak hitting .333. Landon Lyons, kind of a new addition to the Titans, hitting .182. But, yeah, Sundstrom and Cermak have been really productive for the Titans this season, so we'll see if they can get on base and let the top of the order bring him across home plate.
Sundstrom smacks that one, but it goes foul.
Swung a tad bit too early, but good contact.
So, but this will be the first time that Everson has faced a left-handed batter here for the Titans.
I think the only lefty in the lineup.
I think Kel is the only left-handed one. Yep, that one's on the outside, ball one.
Speaking of that, watch the home run derby with Cal Raleigh, the catcher for Seattle.
Yep.
During the home run derby, he hit from the right side of the plate and the left side of the plate. The switch hit.
I'll be darned.
With the first time ever in the home run derby.
Wow.
And he won the home run derby.
That one on the outside, ball two.
That guy's incredible. He's having a pretty historic season. We'll see if he
a Seattle Mariner in there get it for a change. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Sundstrom. Sundstrom will take that one up high, ball 3.
I know you think of Mariners. Who can you name off the top of your head?
Well, the first one that comes to mind is Ken Griffey Jr.
Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah, he's in there too, yep.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson was there.
Those are the 3 I can think of off the top of my head.
That one's strike, yep. Full count coming here for Sundstrom.
Yeah, and Griffey was there watching Cal Raleigh win the home run derby. It was Ken Griffey Jr. looks like he could still suit up and play.
Full count coming. And that's ball 4. So I think that's the first walk of the game for Everson.
It is.
Yep. So Sundstrom gets on base. And that will send Ethan Cermak to the plate.
Cermak hitting well this season, .333. Triple threes. That would be good on a slot machine up in Deadwood.
Would.
It's pretty good in the baseball lineup, too.
And he swings, and the wind is blowing that thing everywhere. Yep, and it'll drop. They'll throw it a second, but they won't get it there in time. Boy,
Yes.
that one just kind of stalled
It
in
did.
the air on the wind, and
It did. Base hit for Cermak. And
Cermak gets on base.
Sundstrom a little slow getting off first, I think, because he wasn't sure if that was going to
Gonna
be a
get caught,
pop fly.
yeah.
And you're right. It just kind of died as that wind blowing in from center field tonight.
So Cermak keeps that streak going, and he gets on first base on the single. Runners on first and second for the Titans now with Landon Lyons to the plate.
Slim Shady, his walk-up song. I like it.
Lyons take strike one.
I'll say some of these players have a pretty good taste in music, and then some you're like, what?
You're not too sure of,
what
huh?
what song? But we're just old.
We're just old, and the new music we're just not sure of. Correct. That one in there for a strike, too. So Lyons falls behind in the count here, 0-2. So Everson, he might throw some junk here. See if he can get Lyons to swing on something. And Lyons makes contact, fouls it back.
You know, in my mind, it wouldn't be a bad time for a bunt attempt. Move Sundstrom to third, Cermak to second if they could.
Yeah, got nobody out right at the moment, so.
Leadoff hitter Drew Janke on deck.
Sure. Pitch coming. That's hit
Base
solid,
hit.
and that's going to be a base hit. They might send Sundstrom home. Nope, they're going to hold him at third.
Boy, this bottom of the order has been pretty productive.
It's been pretty strong for the Titans, and it shows here as they have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Couple of hits for the Titans here in the bottom of the third inning.
And that will send back to the top of the batting order Drew Janke. So let's see if the Titans can bring somebody in here. Down 5-0 in the bottom of the third. Janke takes strike one. Good pitch.
Yeah, good shot in the arm for the lineup to get three on base. And then top of the order's like, man, I mean, I bat first for a reason. I better get these guys across home plate.
Yep.
Sack fly wouldn't hurt.
And that one is hit, and that's going to be caught for the out.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, they're going to throw this to second and get the double. Yep. Wow, what a catch out there. And that stymied the Titans, didn't it?
Boy, really playing shallow in right field for Watertown. That's Mitch Olson. I would say too shallow, but actually in the right place.
Yep, right place, right time, and he caught that one sliding to his knees. All the Titans had gone, and the second one out there could not get back, and that's two away.
Ethan Cermak on his way to third. I mean, looked like a base hit. I think I even said base hit, but Mitch Olson in the right spot out in right field.
And no score for the Titans yet. 5-0 still.
Quick double play.
Yep, swing and a miss for Aiden Wood up to the plate now. Well, it's a good thing your third baseman out there, who's on third base. I lost track.
Oh, Hayden Reese.
So Reese, he could have turned another one there had the Titans went home on that one. Thank goodness just Cermak was the only one to get thrown out.
Oh, good pitch.
That one in there for strike two, yep. And the count 0-2.
Yeah, unfortunate turn of events there
it sure
for
was.
Sturgis.
But gosh, that was a remarkable catch out there in right field.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have made that catch, that ball was rolling.
That would have been
deep,
at least 2 runs.
Deep
Yep.
into right.
That's fouled off. That's going to go foul. Yep. Wood will come back. Plus, talking about Reese, hoping to get the tag at third base, it's a good thing Sundstrom didn't come home, because then they would have had 3 outs because they could have went to third.
Well, he was a little conservative, and Cermak was a bit aggressive. Kind of paid the price for that one.
Count still 0-2. We'll see if Wood can get on base here. He can drive that run in. Oh, he got struck out, didn't he? Nope, that's a ball. 1-2 goes the count. That was close. The way Wood was walking back, I thought he just got called strike 3, but ball 1. Pitch, and he fouls that one. Oh, right over to the dugout there. Count will stay 1-2.
Good crowd enjoying the beautiful
Great
night.
crowd here, yeah.
Strong field. Couple of clouds in the sky off to the east, but not many. Pretty blue skies here above the field.
And
Choppa
he chops that one.
Ooh, trouble.
Scooped up, and they're not going to turn the play, and Sundstrom gets home. Yeah, that should have been a routine play for the Arrows, but shortstop just couldn't rein that one in.
And Nate
that
Briggs
benefits the Titans. They get their first run across.
Nate Briggs charged it. Looks like, I saw Paul Poole out here mowing the field today, but it's pretty soft because we got a ton of rain.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, just yesterday, right?
Yep.
We had a lot of puddles out there in the infield, but it dried up nice today, and that ball just died. So Briggs had trouble getting his glove around that baseball, and Sundstrom scores to get the Titans on the board.
So it's 5-1. That pitch in there for a strike. Now Elijah Stroud to the plate, with runners on first and second for the Titans. And 2 away.
Yeah, they scored that as an infield single.
Oh, and that was way up high and on the inside.
Elijah hitting .339. Got the most RBI of any Titan. He's got 19 on the season. We'll see if he can knock in another run or two.
Stroud will take that one in there for a strike. Yep, called strike. It'll be 1-2.
Everson, 38 pitches.
This is by far his most pitched inning with numbers of pitches in there. Yeah, he had a pretty easy outing in the first and second.
Yeah, he's at 20 pitches here, 21 pitches in the bottom of the third inning, in this inning.
Count 2-2 for Stroud, and he swings that one to the third baseman. They're going to toss this to first to get the out, and they get it. But the Titans do get a run across, although they have the bases loaded with nobody out. But a great catch out there in right field leads to a double out for the Titans. Kel Sundstrom scores the run, and it's 5-1 in favor of the Arrows. We head to the top of the fourth next.
Crafted into what you want it to be with a helping hand from Grossenberg. This 4th of July, select John Deere compact utility tractors feature 0% financing for 84 months, plus up to $1,800 off. It's a star-spangled offer for everyone with big plans for their land. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or visit us at grossenberg.com. Offer ends 10/31/25. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem?
For the Titans as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Titans get a run across. Kel Sundstrom gets it, makes it 5-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. Looking to lay down the bunt, and it was high and inside for ball one to get things started. On deck for Watertown, Trayton Himmerich at the plate. It's Talon Jurgens. And he takes ball 2 in the count 2-0 for him.
Yeah, interesting. He would lead off with a bunt, but yeah, we've seen it before.
Mm-hmm. He thought about it again, puts this one way up high.
Sometimes maybe just to get in the pitcher's head.
That's true. Maybe just to kind of,
throw the pitcher off.
Get him thinking a little bit.
I found an old broadcast of ours from about 10 years ago. Good pitch.
3-1 goes the count.
When we called the game when Washington, Missouri was in town.
Yep.
I think they were in Rapid at a tournament, and the folks in Missouri needed someone to call the game.
That's ball 4.
So, yeah, we stepped up and did that for the team in
and
Washington,
they played a
Missouri.
lot of small ball.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they used a lot of bunts, but, yeah, they were very efficient. Had never seen a team use bunting like they did in a game. Talon Jurgens takes first on a walk.
And Himmerich will come to the plate now for Watertown.
That's the third walk for Royer.
Here's the pitch. He thought about laying down that bunt, and it was right there. And that'll be strike one. So the count 0-1. Thought about swinging. Maybe he should have. He'll take strike two.
Yeah, good movement on that pitch by Royer. Read an article about how curveballs are on their way out in baseball.
Especially in major leagues. Yep, I read that.
A little tough on the arm, I think, and pitchers using breaking balls, sliders, or the slurve, as they call it, the slider/curve. Knuckleball, you don't see that much either, but
that one fouled off for strike two.
I was watching Tim Wakefield, who used to throw a lot of knuckleballs in Major League Baseball. 0% spin rate on his ball, just coming in with zero spin. That would be crazy to see.
That's ball three, and we'll have a full count here now for Himrich.
Be fun to step up in the batter's box and see what that would look like, and could you even put a bat on that thing?
That would be tough.
Yeah. I mean, it's only coming in around 75, 80, but...
Strikeout, unless he got a piece of it. He did not. That'll be out number one. So Himrich goes down swinging, and Cole Hansen will come to the plate. He's a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, Royer kind of settling down. He's got 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's given up 3 hits and 5 runs.
Pitch coming, and whoa, away on the inside, ball one. Hansen jumps out of the way.
We've seen this in previous games with Royer. Just starts a bit slow.
Yep.
Coach Paul Poole sticks with him and gives him pep talks.
That's a little bunt. Yep.
Oh, tough play.
Right down the third base line again, and that's going to be an overthrow. Yep, Stroud could not get it. And that allows the runners to advance to second and third. So, again, Watertown, knowing that Sturgis is having a hard time getting that to first base. That's the second time now they've had a bad throw to first base. And the Arrows get runners on second and third, so 2 runners in scoring position.
George Hamer at third base for Sturgis. Charged it well. And that's just it's a hard throw to make. I mean, you got to credit him for getting that in his glove, but, man, on the run at full speed, trying to make a throw, it's tough.
Reese hits that one, too. The second baseman. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. That brings in a run for a 6-1 lead. That's 2 outs, I'm sorry, yep. Along with the strikeout. So 2 away, a 6-1 lead for the Arrows, and a runner on third. And now Mitch Olson will come to the plate. And Olson cracks this one out into center field. That should be caught out there. No, it's over the head of the left fielder out there, who may have been playing a little too shallow. That'll be a double RBI for Mitch Olson. And another run scores, and it's 7-1 Watertown.
Yeah, misjudged a bit
He
by
sure did, yeah.
Landon Lyons out in left field. Charged it, it looked up, and it was over his head.
It was over his head, yep.
He's a young player, and it's an adjustment when you're playing a different level of baseball, going from maybe JV up to the Legion ranks, so he'll adjust.
Marcus Pitkin now to the plate with the 7-1 lead. And Pitkin got jammed up, but he got it past the third baseman. That's going to bring a run home. And Pitkin gets to first, so that's a single RBI. And now off to second base he goes after the throw to home plate is a little late. And an 8-1 lead now for Watertown. So that turns into a double.
Yeah, hard hit baseball to George Hamer.
Sure was.
George got his glove on it, but it deflected out into foul territory down that left field line, and Pitkin moves to second to get his first hit of the ball game.
And Briggs will come to the plate now for the Arrows, up 8-1 here in the bottom of the third. Top of the fourth, excuse me. Pitch coming, and that one in there for a strike. Good pitch by Royer.
Yeah, that's Brody's best pitch, especially when he's throwing to a right-hander. Kind of starts at the batter and breaks inside.
Briggs will take ball 1. And the count will go even, 1-1.
Roy, you're up to 67 pitches.
That's fair ball to third base. Long throw to first. Did they get it? They did, and that'll be out number 3.
Nice scoop by Elijah Stroud at first base.
Scoops it up just right. And the Titans get out of the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th now. An 8-1 lead for the Watertown Arrows.
Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis strike. I mean, you can't say enough about the good job they do. They have to hire sometimes interns or high school students to run cameras. That might be my only complaint sometimes when...
Well, I keep saying they need to get amateurs like you and me in to do it when we don't get the scoopers in there.
Yeah.
You know, we'd love to help them out. If anybody from SDPB is listening, Terry and Gary, if we don't have the scoopers in the state tournament, we'll be there.
You talking about on a camera or doing the play-by-play?
We would do play-by-play
okay.
on the TV for them. I've always wanted to do that. I want to be the next Mike Hendrickson. So if Mike, if you're listening, you are a huge fan of mine.
Oh, yeah. Mike Henriksen has done a fantastic job.
He's done it for years. He and Craig Maddock have been doing this for years.
Yeah, listen to Craig. He does
Craig's
every
an old
sport.
friend of ours, yeah.
Man, he's good at every sport.
He used to work at KWSN. That's how we got to know Craig. And
we're trying to be
known
him.
For years. We are. Be more like Craig Maddock when it comes to that. Or Dan Brookins. He does a wonderful job, too.
Dalen DeShock at the plate now.
Shock trying to get on base here for the Titans in the bottom of the 4th inning. And thought about swinging, he did. They're going to ask for a check. Yeah, they're going to say the go-around. That's a strikeout. And Dalen down again. So that came down to the umpire's decision. And DeShock is the first casualty at the bottom of the 4th here for the Titans.
Yeah, it didn't look like from my vantage point that he went around. But
and I couldn't tell you honestly because I couldn't tell. That was definitely an umpire call, and because he had a perfect view of it out there at first base.
Sure did.
So one away for the Titans. That one turns into a strike.
Kane Everson pitching well.
He is. This is Brody Royer at the plate now.
Kane at 44 pitches.
And Royer chased that one, and he fouls it back.
Yeah, that would be my only complaint with SDPB. Just some of the camera work at times. You're like,
I've always thought they've done pretty well, but
maybe
I'm just not watching it as close as you. That's because I'm busy calling it. That one hit right to the shortstop for out number 2.
You're at home sitting on your couch calling the play-by-play?
I am, and it drives the whole family crazy. Even my dogs look at me funny.
Yeah, I'm a little critical of it, but you get what you pay for.
Yep.
They're probably not paying these kids anything to do it, so that's okay.
And they're getting a great learning experience.
Oh, yeah, and we're watching
Indeed.
it. And it's like the wrestling coverage, too. There was, a bunch of different mats that you could get on YouTube and watch it. So
Hamer, swing and a miss there for strike one.
They did a great job on the wrestling
It's just
tournament.
good to see they do every sport.
They
I mean,
do.
they're even doing track and field.
Yeah, they did.
In the spring.
Girls
State
softball.
Track and field, girls softball. That one blooped, picked up by the second baseman. Tell you what, Watertown made quick work of the Titans here in the bottom of the fourth.
Quick inning.
This is an important inning coming up, though, Terry, because the 10-run rule will come into play if the Arrows score 3 in the top of the fifth. That's on the way next. You're listening to Titan Baseball on the Big 81. The Big 81.
This year, local power companies are implementing rolling blackouts to manage.
Hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and Lozelle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a Daylight Donut or two? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and Lozelle. Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Count, 2 balls, no strikes.
I like how you put it out there that we're willing to work a state tournament.
We are. we are. We have always wanted to call one because we haven't done so since 2014?
Yeah,
2014
yeah.
was the last time we've had a state tournament.
That was the year before I joined you.
That's correct. You joined in 2015, so we've had a lot of years in there.
What was I waiting for?
What were you waiting for?
I think I was waiting for you to ask me.
Oh, maybe. This one is blooped out into center field. This should be an easy catch out there, and it is. Good catch out there by number 1, Aiden Wood. And that'll be out number 1 on the pop fly. All right, Jonathan Lake will come to the plate.
No, we've done pretty much every sport we can do, I think, here at Sturgis Brown High.
Tiddlywinks during the COVID years.
We did tiddlywinks and marble races when COVID took over.
Slot car races, there you go.
We would have done anything.
That one on the outside for
Rather
ball
than
1.
Sit in our house.
I miss slot car racing. I need to buy me a track and set it up on my kitchen table, I guess.
Some guys have that in their basement.
They
It's
sure
a
do.
huge hobby.
Ball 2, that one was on the inside.
Jonathan Lake, 0-4-1 at the plate. He scored a run this afternoon.
Oh, got Lake swinging on that one. That one right into the catcher's mitt. Good pitch by Royer. Count 2-1 for Jonathan with one away here in the top of the 5th inning.
Brody up to 77 pitches now.
And that's ball 3. So the count 3-1.
Coach Paul Poole, not a real deep pitching rotation, so he's going to have to. We might even see his son, Cale, pitch tonight. We saw him pitch earlier this season.
That's a strikeout. No, that's strike 2.
Oh, yep. He got a little early.
Yep, got a little early. Even the umpire got a little early.
Yeah, he did.
He had us thinking early, too. So it's a full count now, 3-2.
Payoff pitch.
And Lake slogs that one out into the center field. And that's going to be a base hit for him, yeah.
Again, took a strange
spinning
bounce and Sundstrom on his way to make that play, but yeah, that ball kind of spun, hit the grass, and scooted out into center field.
So that will bring up seventh in the batting order now is Talon Jurgens. With one away and a runner on first here for the Arrows.
Sixth hit.
Oh, he was thinking of putting that bunt down. I'm sorry, Terry, go ahead.
Yeah, hit number 6 by Watertown.
So the Arrows have bunted very well here today. Right up that third base line to see if they try to do that again here. Jurgens is going to swing on it, but he'll take it for a strike. He thought that was going to break outside, but gets called a strike, and it's an even count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, that one's in there. Strike 2, yep. So now Jurgens has got to decide what he's going to do here.
Jurgens 0 for 2 at the plate, but he's crossed home plate a couple of times.
Oh, big one. That one down to third base line and into left field. That'd be at least a single for him. Lake advances to second. And the only reason that didn't turn into a double is because that was actually, I think that was hit by the third baseman out there, Terry, and it slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, George Hamer.
Yeah, Hamer got a hand on it, but he couldn't corral it.
Trayton Hemmerich at the plate now for Watertown. Yeah, Watertown, the number 2 seed right now in American Legion Baseball. Looks like they're hosting the tournament, so
they'll get the automatic bid. Yep.
Yeah, might see a post-17, post-22 state title game. We'll see if Watertown can make that run in the state tournament.
That is strike 1 on the attempted bunt there by Hemmerich. With runners on first and second. Oh.
Yeah, they're a good baseball team.
Yep, Royer came out of his pitching stance there. Thought about going to second with it, but
they played good defense. No errors tonight so far for Watertown. Sturgis with 3.
This one up high for a ball. So Royer, I think, is the pitcher who's gotten caught on a couple of balks this summer. And that one was pretty close on that last one. You'll have to watch that a little bit.
Yeah, I think Elijah Stroud during the high school season.
Stroud may have picked one. There's been 3 or 4 called on the Titans this summer.
The infamous game where the umpire.
That was high school, yep. That was back with the Scoopers. Called the game.
Called the game because he was getting chirped at by too many people. Hurt his feelings.
Big swing, and this one may not get caught out there. Yes, it will. What a catch by the center fielder out there. Yep, DeShock. Huge catch.
Good range by Dalen. Looked like that might be over his head.
Thought that was going to go out there, yep, and it did not. DeShock corrals it.
Made it look easy.
Out number 2. All right, this will send up Cole Hansen to the plate. He is a left-handed hitter. Yep, and he's going to lay down the bunt. That one's going to go foul, though. He'll have to come back. Interesting call here to bunt with 2 away. But the Arrows, I guess, are thinking, well, you know what? We've successfully done this twice before.
Yeah, and you bunt it down the third baseline. Third baseman's got to come make the play.
Yep.
Or the pitcher.
Or the pitcher.
Third baseman's charging, so you're going to move the player to third, and if they make a bad throw to first.
And again, boy, Royer, he's coming out of that pitching stance, though. I said, so once in a while, they'll call that a balk. Got to be careful. There's the pitch. Boy, big swing and a miss there. Big swing by Hansen.
Yeah, Royer probably with just one more inning in him. He's at 89 pitches right now.
Count 0-2.
About 16 to go.
Ooh, that one down low and on the outside. Ball 1.
15 to go. A little bit of action in the Titan bullpen.
Yep. So the count 1-2. Ooh, we just got a tick on that one. Off the backstop. Count will stay 1-2.
It's Cale Poole warming up in the Titan bullpen.
Yep. Well, you said we'd probably see him tonight, either in Game 1 or Game 2. It looks like we might see him right away here in Game 1. Big swing. That should be a routine play to first base. And it is. And the Titans do not let the Arrows score here in the top of the 5th inning. And the score will stay 8-1. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. After this, you're listening to Titan Baseball on the Big 81.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing.
CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
At Dakota Discount.
Yep. So Kane's back out there.
News from ESPN here. TJ Watt agreeing to a 3-year, $123 million extension for the Steelers.
Wow. Did you hear that Von Miller is going to the Commanders?
Really?
Yep. Heard that today.
Wow.
So Von Miller will leave Buffalo because they didn't pick up his contract. So he's going to go to the Commanders, which was a deep playoff team last year.
They look good.
Yep.
That one popped high, play at third base.
Caught there. Yep, that's a quick out.
Kel Sundstrom flies out to third baseman Hayden Reese for Watertown.
And Ethan Cermak will come to the plate for the Sturgis Titans. Also in professional sports, Caitlin Clark is going to miss the All-Star game. I have a, well, I hate to say it, but I have a funny feeling the WNBA All-Star game viewership is going to go. Really, I think she's the only reason my people probably wanted to watch it.
A lot of them,
she's not going to be in it, so.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people still watching it. There's been a lot of interest because of her, but
she has kind of been the face of the league for sure. That was Oh no, that's going to be an error on the arrows. That ball got past the shortstop, and what should have been an easy out for the Arrows, that's going to get a base hit for the Titans, and they'll take that.
Yep, Ethan Cermak, his second time on. Error on shortstop Nate Briggs.
All right, that'll bring Landon Lyons to the plate.
First error of the ball game for post 17.
Yeah, they'd like to have that one back, I think.
Yeah, it might have been a crazy spin, but
could have been.
Hit right to Briggs. So, pretty tough not to rule that an error.
And swing on that one. That one's fouled back. So the count 0-1. Titans get a runner on first. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. 8-1 lead for Watertown if you're just tuning in. Called timeout here. Adjusting his batting glove is Lyons. Now he'll step back into the batter's box.
Landon, 1-for-1 here in the first game of this doubleheader, hitting 182 this season.
And he'll take a strike there. And count 0-2.
Looks over at third base coach Paul Poole for a sign. Paul doesn't give him one, so Landon says, well, guess I'll swing.
0-2 pitch pending here from Everson. On the way, and he swings, and he struck him out, unless he got a piece of it. Nope, he did not. And that'll be out number 2. And back to the top of the batting order now for the Titans. Drew Janke will come to the plate.
Drew Janke with a Green Day walk-up song. I like it.
Swings, and he bloops this one up high into center field. And getting underneath that one, out number 3.
Quick inning.
All right, we'll head to the top of the 6th. Watertown maintains that 7-run lead. It is 8-1, and this is Titan Baseball on the Big 81, KBHB, and Live Ticket TV.
Our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset. Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Would you buy your...
7 miles from Watertown, who is here tonight. So, yeah, we're celebrating with the doubleheader here at Strong Field. And I sent our friend Greg Harrington a text. I said, hey, if you're not busy, can you bring us up a couple of Nathan's hot dogs? Got no answer yet, but Greg's notorious.
Was he still here?
He was.
Okay.
I saw him. He doesn't check his phone that often. Knowing Greg, he'll get home, he'll check it, and then he'll drive back here to get us a couple hot dogs.
Gotcha.
If not, I'll run down between games and I'll get us a couple.
All right.
Maybe I'll get 4. I'm kind of hungry.
Ah, yes. It is past dinner time, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Top of the 6th we go. It's an 8-1 lead. I think your cousin is here.
Hayden Reese at the plate for Watertown. Lead off hitter.
Is that Friedel over there?
He wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe not. It sure looks like him. Maybe it's his doppelganger, huh?
Over this way?
No, over there in the gray shirt.
Oh. No.
Nope?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Here I thought it was Friedel.
I mean,
we were going to have him come up and talk. That's why I was hoping it was him.
He's a sports fan, but yeah, seems like he's putting a lot of hours in this summer, so I haven't seen him that much.
Yeah, I hear he's putting in a lot of hours.
Painting.
Legendary coach.
He hates
Mike
that
Friedel.
when we call him that.
I don't know why, because he is legendary.
That's why we call him that, because he hates it.
Pitch, up high, ball 4, and Watertown gets a runner on base on the walk.
4th base on balls for Brody Royer.
And here comes the left-handed hitter now for Watertown. This will be Mitch Olson. So I assume Royer came back, right? He's still out there?
He did, yeah. And he is at 97 pitches right now.
And there goes the stolen base. Going to get there easily. So we haven't seen too many of those tonight from the Euros, but they get one there. So Reese on second on the steal.
Yeah, Brody might be able to get through a couple. Oh, there goes. Oh.
And he's going to steal third.
Yep, Reese caught Royer sleeping. And
He
Royer,
did.
you could see Royer when he started his windup, he saw Reese stealing out of the corner of his eye, and it kind of screwed up his delivery. But Reese with the steal at third base. Couple stolen bases. Watertown trying to score a couple runs here and maybe end this game early.
Yep, that one is up high.
They need to score 3.
Yep, to make it the 10-run rule. Yep. Oh, that will be a strike. Yep, good pitch.
Mitch Olson having a pretty good night. 2-for-3 at the plate. 2 runs scored, 2 RBI.
2 balls, 1 strike. That one on the high and on the outside. Ball 3. So 3-1 the count here for Olson.
Royer at 1-0-1 pitch count.
And they're going to call ball 4. And that will send Olson on to first. So no movement yet from Coach Poole.
He's kind of in the same position we saw a couple weeks ago when Spearfish was in town.
Yep.
He's going to use Royer up, and Royer won't be able to pitch tomorrow against Aberdeen.
Yep.
So he's got some pitchers, but he's probably going to have to keep their pitch count kind of low in game 2.
Quick throw to first. They'll chase Olson back.
If he keeps him under 30 pitches, you can use him again tomorrow. Here comes Cale Poole. I think he's about to come in.
And the pitch, and there goes Olson. He'll get to second base on the steal. Pitkin at the plate, by the way. And runners in scoring position now for the Arrows. That one down low outside, ball 1. So that'll even up the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just as I thought, Greg Harrington left. I said, don't come back. I'll head down after the game.
This one is up high and on the outside, too, for ball 2. Count 2-1.
And we might have a guest here between games. Jerry Lawley joining us to talk about American Legion baseball.
Oh, ouch. That one off. Thought that was off the ump. I think it was. That stings a little bit, doesn't it?
Sure does. Yeah, Royer just hit his pitch count, but he can finish this batter.
He can finish the batter, yep.
Yeah, the ump is...
Ump needs a breather here. I thought that one bounced off him. I heard it.
Readjusting his chest pad.
Yep.
The chest pad only does so much.
Yep, he got that one right off the pad there, I think. All right, so the count 2-2 here for Pitkin with runners on second and third for Watertown. Two pitch coming, and he swings and sends this one skyward into right field, and it's over the head of the right fielder out there. In comes 1 run, and they're going to send home the second one. This is going to end up being a triple for Pitkin. It'll be an in-the-park home run as the ball goes past the third baseman, and an in-the-park home run makes it 11-1 Watertown. Wow. That was just crazy, but sometimes it works out for you.
Pitkin crushed it out to right field over the right fielder's head, Ethan Cermak. And Cermak with a good throw in, but then the cutoff throw to third base from Sundstrom gets by George Hamer at third, and that'll do it for Brody Royer.
Not the way he probably wanted to leave the pitcher's mound with an in-the-park home run, albeit they'll put an asterisk on that one, Terry, probably because of the error.
Yep.
The throwing error to third base.
Yeah, it'll be probably ruled as a triple for...
Yep, they'll probably call it a triple, but...
For Pitkin.
Yeah.
But again,
he rounds all the bases, though.
Yeah,
so
Pitkin, the number 3 hitter, 2 for 4 at the plate, 3 RBIs. And Brody Royer leaves after 107 pitches. Royer struck out 4, walked 5, gave up 11 runs, 8 hits, 4 earned runs in 5 innings of work.
So 11-1, the 10-run rule will be in effect for the bottom of the 6th inning. The Titans will have to get it below that again to force a 7th, otherwise this one will be over at the end of 6. All right, so Poole is going to take some practice pitches here. Pretty quiet night in the world of professional sports. There's no Major League Baseball. They're on the All-Star break. I think they're back at it tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. They took 2 days off after the All-Star game, and today will be the last day off.
Probably feels good for them to have a couple of
It
days.
probably does. In years past, they would take no days off. They would do the All-Star game, and they'd be right back at it the next day. So, but now they get a couple days of no baseball. And they'll get back with the schedule tomorrow. And the WNBA is on the All-Star break, so pretty quiet day for professional sports today.
Yeah. We'll focus on American Legion
That's
baseball.
right. We can focus more on American Legion baseball. Yeah. And the NFL camp news, I guess.
Yeah, big contracts being signed, and hopefully our Dolphins can sign some.
Boy, I hope so. The Hall of Fame game will kick off the NFL season 2 weeks from tonight, in case you're wondering.
That'll be fun to
The
watch.
Hall of Fame game. Detroit takes on, who did I say they were playing?
Chargers.
The Chargers. They'll take on the LA Chargers in Canton, Ohio.
That'll be fun to watch.
Yep, 2 weeks from today.
Nate Briggs at the plate for Watertown. First pitch from Cale Poole.
Briggs takes the ball, 1. Bases are empty now with nobody out. And Briggs cracks this one up high in the air. See if this one is caught out there in right field. And
Cermak.
it is.
Got it.
Cermak will nab that one for out number 1. Arrows would like to put an insurance run or 2 on the board here for taking the 10-run rule to the bottom of the 6th inning. Big swing and a miss on that one for number 16, Rylance.
Cale Poole, not an overpowering pitcher, but good movement on his pitch. He's just got a really good breaking ball.
And that one in there for a strike, called strike. Count 0-1 for Rylance. Oh, he will not swing on that one.
And he's a young kid, too, just going into his freshman year this fall at Sturgis Brown High School. And his mom, the girls' basketball coach, and she's funny, she said, he does not lack confidence.
That's good to hear.
He's always asking his dad, can I start tonight? He's just going to be a freshman in high school.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so he's just a confident kid and wants to compete.
That one's on the outside for ball 3. So it looks like this is going to be a full count for Caden Rylance. And Rylance will swing on that one and get struck out. So 2 gone. And that will send to the plate Jonathan Lake. And Lake swings on that one for strike 1. Count 0-1. Lake, got jammed up on that one. He does foul it off, but that was off the inside of the bat. So the count 0-2 here for Lake. And he'll take ball there. 1-2 the count. And Lake, that one outside, ball 2, and that'll even things up here, 2-2. Bases are empty for the Arrows.
Lake with a single, a walk, and a ground out.
And he takes ball 3, so now full count for him.
See Cale Poole a little frustrated with himself on that pitch.
Oh.
Got him!
Strikeout, yep. Good pitch by Poole.
That Lake not happy with that call.
Not at all, no. So he'll walk back to the dugout, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 10-run rule that'll go into effect here. Titans will have to get a run across to force the 7th inning. It's 11-1, Arrows. Arrows.
insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Zee Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
This land is...
And I'm not sure if is Everson going to finish this.
He is.
He is going to try and finish this.
You know, I think Watertown in the same boat as Sturgis. They got a doubleheader today. They got a doubleheader tomorrow. So, yeah, you got to really look at your pitchers and be kind of strategic on who you put out there.
And I think they take on, is it Spearfish tomorrow, or do they go to Rapid?
So. Let me take a look.
I think it's Spearfish. Aberdeen is taking on Spearfish tonight. And that is up in Spearfish. Aberdeen comes here tomorrow. Those are day games tomorrow.
Yep, Spearfish 10 and noon tomorrow. Watertown plays Spearfish. Yeah, some weird times for us, so we can't do it.
Yep. It hits us during our programming during the day. But come on out to the ballpark tomorrow, though, and you can take in those games as Aberdeen will be here to take on the Titans.
I'm working like half a day tomorrow, so I could, but I'm not sure if I can because we got some other stuff going on tomorrow. We got festival in the park tomorrow night.
Yeah, I figured you'll probably go to that tomorrow night. 1 ball, 1 strike is the even count.
Tomorrow night's the fundraiser in Spearfish.
Yep.
And
Wood swings on this one. Boy, that might go fair.
Just drifted.
Just drifted foul.
Good hit, though, by Wood.
Sure was.
Wood's got a dinger this year. He's got a tater.
Yep.
He's got a 4-bagger. He's got a homer. I looked up all the names for home runs here a while ago. I forgot half of them, but those are the ones I remember. Yeah, he's got the only home run for the Titans this season. And, that well-hit baseball just kind of tailed off.
Yep. So he has a long trot back. He had already rounded first. By the time that one settled down, that one fouled off again. That one was on the floor, though, not up in the ceiling. The count will stay 1-2 for Wood.
Aiden, 1 for 2 at the plate tonight. He's hitting .245.
Pitch coming, and he chases that one. Scooped up by the third baseman, and they'll throw him out at first for out number 1.
It's interesting watching Aiden Wood run to first. He was watching the shortstop scoop it up. I guess we were always taught, don't worry about that.
Yep, just go chugging towards first. Yep.
If you see the ball scoot by, you might make the turn and go to second. But that's old school, I guess.
Elijah Stroud will come to the plate now with 1 away.
Stroud hitting .339.
And Stroud hits that one right to the shortstop. Scooped up, throw to first. Out number 2. Titans are down to their final out. And they'll bring to the plate Dalen DeShock, number 13. This could be the last we see of Dalen DeShock. He has graduated. Don't know if he'll return to play for the Titans next summer.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is. I know you age out at 19, after 19. Certain birthday, I can't remember, it's January or January 1st maybe. Be good to have him back.
Count 0-1. He takes strike one. And he'll take that one, strike two.
Good pitch. Couple of strikeouts for Dalen tonight here in game one. Doesn't want to make a third.
Nope. He's hoping to make some contact. And that one down low, ball one. That'll send the count 1-2.
Saw his dad Ethan walking around down there.
He's here tonight.
He was at the concession stand about 3 times, so not sure what Ethan's doing. Oh, he's down there with a pop in his hand. Okay.
1-2 pitch coming. Outside, ball two. And count will go 2-2 for Dalen.
Everson trying to make Dalen chase one on the outside.
Two-two pitch coming, and that's going to be a fair ball. Yep, Dalen's going to get on base.
That's got to feel good for him.
And he keeps this game going for the Titans.
Rally caps on in the Titan dugout.
So Brody Royer now will come to the plate. So that's a single. Dalen was kind of hoping to make that one more, but didn't quite get out there as far as I thought maybe it would. But like you say, I think that grass is really slowing down the ball tonight.
Yeah, you really have noticed it.
Yeah.
And when it's hit the infield grass, it's kind of got a weird spin to it.
Yeah. All that moisture, like you said, probably coming into play here.
Could be the way that Paul mowed it, too. Maybe he mowed it in a weird way.
Boy, chasing that one for a strike. And the count will go 1-1 here for Brody Royer.
Yeah, Paul spends a lot of time here at the ballpark when I'm driving back and forth, and I'll see him out here doing some work on the diamond, and it looks fantastic.
That one is hit to the third baseman. He'll scoop it up, throw it to first, and
got him.
That's out number 3, and that'll do it for game number 1 in 6 innings. The Watertown Arrows get the 10-run rule win. Final score is Watertown 11 and the Sturgis Titans 1. All right, we'll wrap up game number 1 for you of our doubleheader. Coming up after this, you're listening to Sturgis Titan Baseball on KBHB and on Live Ticket TV.
Crafted into what you want it to be with a helping hand from Grossenberg. This 4th of July, select John Deere compact utility tractors feature 0% financing for 84 months, plus up to $1,800 off. It's a star-spangled offer for everyone with big plans for their land. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or visit us at grossenberg.com. Offer ends 10/31/25. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites?
To prospective clients, including in-state and out-of-state companies and individuals, both looking.
Offer generous portions at a fair price, and they serve breakfast from 7 to noon. Check out their build-your-own burritos, skillets, or omelets. Stop by or call for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Oasis Kitchen across from the Hotel Sturgis on Main Street, 347-4609. In a hurry, order online from the link on the Oasis Bar Fireside Lounge Facebook page.
Back at Strong Field and our post-game wrap-up for game number 1 of our doubleheader tonight, being brought to you by Quick Mart, Sturgis Subs, and the Watertown Arrows win game number 1 here tonight. They defeat the Sturgis Titans 11-1. Here's how the scoring went by innings. Watertown scored 2 runs in the top of the first. They held the Titans scoreless. In fact, it was 3 up, 3 down for the Titans in their first inning. Watertown adds 3 in the top of the second. Sturgis none. It's a 5-0 lead going into the third. Watertown does not get anybody across in the top of the third inning. Sturgis scores their 1 lone run. Kel Sundstrom comes in the bottom of the third to make it 5-1. Watertown adds 3 runs top of the fourth, 3 runs in the top of the sixth, and they get the 11-1 win here. And Terry Anderson's got our final stats on game number 1. Go ahead, Terry.
Thanks, Gary. Watertown. Kane Everson gets the complete game win. 6 innings pitched, gave up just 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 5 on 70 pitches. Watertown with just 1 defensive error. They left 4 on base. They had 8 hits and were led by Marcus Pitkin, 2 for 4 at the plate with 3 runs batted in. Mitch Olson, 2 for 3 at the plate, 2 RBIs. Mitch scored 3 runs, 1 hit apiece for Nate Briggs, Caden Rylance, Jonathan Lake, and Talon Juergens. Sturgis, Brody Royer takes the loss for the Titans. 5 innings of work, 107 pitches, gave up 8 hits. 11 runs, 4 of those earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Cale Poole comes in, pitches an inning, strikes out 2. Titans, 4 errors in the field. They had 4 hits, left 3 on base. Hits by Aiden Wood, Dalen DeShock, Ethan Cermak, and Landon Lyons. The only run scored by Sturgis was Kel Sundstrom back in the 3rd inning. So Watertown with an 11-1 win in 6 innings in game 1 of a doubleheader on the 100th anniversary of American Legion Baseball here at Strong Field.
All right, got game number 2 coming up, my friend. We're going to bring that to you right here on the Big 81 KBHB and on Live Ticket TV. We're going to send you back to the studios for just a little bit. We are going to get you a check on your Big 81 evening roundup, get you a check on the area news here tonight. That's coming up next. Then we'll check your weather forecast, and we'll come right back here and get you ready for game number 2. And you're listening to Sturgis Titan Baseball on a Thursday night here on the Big 81 KBHB. Big 81 KBHB.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people. Without destroying your credit, they can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-489-9547.
Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.